G'day viewers, this is Troy from Troy's Digital Arts channel. In my previous video on my Iconoscope TV camera project, I showed you the Iconoscope tube successfully mounted inside the yoke. Well, anyway, I'm on to the next phase of this project, which marks the end of my homemade Vidicon tube camera, which is kind of a sad day in a sense, because I had to dismantle all the circuits, and there's what remains of my Iconoscope video camera project that I successfully built a few years ago. Anyway, the video circuit and the deflection circuit are now sitting here, along with the wires and the transformers I'm going to use from that camera for this Iconoscope project are sitting here. Anyway, this video is pretty much about how I'm going to possibly mount all these circuits inside this camera enclosure. Well, anyway, it's a bit up in there where I'm going to stick the video circuit and the deflection circuit. I'm partially thinking about mounting them underneath that that metal piece here, which kind of looks a bit cumbersome in a sense. I don't quite like how it looks sitting like so, but yeah, it's just an idea at the moment. And yeah, where I'm going to stick the transformers is also a bit up in there too, but I sort of figured stick these two transformers here, stick that transformer there, stick the high tension power supply here. Stick the voltage divider circuit for the tube about here. I've just got it sitting on there with blue tack at the moment, so it's easy for me to adjust. So I'll just open the camera enclosure up and just make me grid adjustments. The preamp for the tube will be sitting as close as possible to the tube. So I'm going to be mounting this preamp circuit somewhere on this base here, and that's its associated plus minus 12 volt power supply. That will be powered from this transformer here, seeing it's a center tap transformer. The rest of the circuitry here will be powered off this transformer here. I decided that to power off that transformer because I don't want to load this transformer down too much, as its maximum amperage is 1.33 amps, and I'm uncertain of how much amps these two circuits are going to draw. Now, the tube's heater is the standard 6.3 volts AC, so it's going to be coming from this transformer here. So that's what I'll be using. Would have been better if this had a 6.3 volt tap output, but it doesn't go lower than 9 volts, so I have to use a separate transformer. Now, I'm sort of a bit iffy on using separate power sources, separate transformers for the preamp and the rest of the video circuit. I'm just sort of uncertain on whether there'll be any noise induced into the circuits as a result. I mean, there's a lot of ways that amplification circuits can cop noise, and yeah, I'm sort of wondering about that at the moment. But we'll look into that and discuss that issue with my tech friend. But anyway, yeah. As mentioned in a previous video, the video circuit, how it's going to work is the preamp. We've got the preamp there, which is running off plus and minus 12 volts. This, the rest of the video amp circuitry is running off just plus 12 volts, which I'm sort of a bit, will it work properly? But we'll see what happens. But yeah, this board also has a preamp, so it's like going from one preamp to another, so it means extra amplification. And I sort of guess maybe the extra amplification is needed considering the fact that we're dealing with a very insensitive Iconoscope TV camera tube opposed to a far more sensitive Vidicon tube. So the extra amplification would likely help. I am making an assumption of, but we'll see what happens. Now, looking at these schematics again of that Vidicon camera, there's going to be some modifications. Basically, I'm going to be disconnecting that section of circuit because the tube doesn't have a focus coil, so that's going to be disconnected. So it's going to be purely optical focus. This Iconoscope camera tube doesn't have electric focus on it. Also, there's another thing too I'm sort of a bit ho-hum about with these Vidicon circuits. Here we've got target volts. So I'm making an assumption that the target volts would probably be something to do with the grid 1 adjustment, which goes from goes from 0 volts to minus 50 volts. Well, in my case, minus 45 volts. Then again, this is hold on a minute. Yeah, I'm at the moment in a bit of confusion land at the moment. Yeah, this on the other hand is goes to plus 55 volts. So, gonna have to do a bit of modifications here. I'm not sure if this is actually needed or what its relation is. I might be cutting this circuit out, or I might be modifying it to suit the Iconoscope tube, because if it is needed, I'll have to modify it for negative volts instead of positive volts. Of course, I'll be needing lots of help from my tech friend, because designing circuits is not quite within my scope of knowledge yet. And there's all these other video adjustments too, like sync amp and that sort of thing. I don't know if they're necessary or anything like that, but this is going to be pretty much a slap together thing, and just to see if the damn tube actually works. So all those adjustments will probably just do something, but I don't know. Main thing is getting a picture coming out of the tube. That's the main thing. Anyway, so yeah, got to work out where I'm going to position all my circuits and transformers and the like, and yeah, hopefully I'll find a way to arrange it all. I probably might even be building some mounts to mount these circuits in. I'll probably be mounting this sideways, perhaps, to accommodate more space on the ground. I might do it that way, or I might just bolt it down like so. I've also got to work out too whether I need a separate earth shielding or something like that inside this case, or whether to use the chassis as the earth. So I'm a bit concerned about possible situations where I might accidentally get volts on the chassis and get zapped. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud at the moment, and I'm not sure whether what I'm thinking is correct or not. Anyway, I'm just thinking, as mentioned, I'm thinking out loud, and I'm just deciding where I'm going to arrange things, how I'm going to get it all put together. Anyway, be asking my tech friend a lot of questions, and things will come together piece by piece. Anyway, so that's where I'm at with my camera project, And of course we'll say rest in peace to my homemade Vidicon camera. Well, I suppose I can put it all back together afterwards, but yeah, in the meantime, that's what's left of my my Vidicon camera. Anyway, stay tuned for another video on this Iconoscope TV camera project. This is Troy from the Troy's Visual Arts channel, signing out.